Hey guys, welcome to our Bible study. Hey guys, so today we're reading Mark chapter 4. If you haven't prayed already, pause the video and pray, and make sure you guys are following us along in your Bible. I'm going to start with the first 13 verses. Again, Yahushua began to teach by a lake Galilee. The crowd that came together was very large, so he climbed into a boat and he sat down. The boat was in the water, and the people stayed on the shore. Yahushua used stories to teach them many things. Listen to me, said Yahushua. A farmer went out to plant seeds. While he was planting the seeds, some seeds fell on the path. The birds came, they ate those seeds. Other seeds fell among the rocks. There was a little soil in that place. The seeds quickly began to grow because the soil was not deep. But when the sun rose, it burned the young plants. They soon died because they had not grown into the soil. Other seeds fell among bushes with sharp branches. Those bushes grew up with the young plants. The bushes were stronger than the farmer's plants. So the plants could not make any new seeds. But some seeds fell on good soil. Good strong plants grew from these seeds. Some plants made 30 new seeds. Some plants made 60 new seeds. And some plants even made 100 new seeds. And then Yahushua said, "You have heard my words, so do what I say." Then Yahushua was alone with his friends, and 12 disciples asked him about the story. Elohim has let you understand how he rules his people. Yahushua replied, but the other people listen to the stories. This is so that they are looking and looking, but they do not see. They are listening and listening, but they do not understand. If they did understand, they would obey Yah, and if they did obey Yah, he would forgive them. Then Yahushua answered the people who had asked him about the story. You should understand this story. If you do not understand, you will not understand all the other stories. You gotta stop the sharing. Okay. All right, so overall, these chapters we're talking about one of the parables that Yahushua was teaching about the seeds. It's gonna explain more like who was the seeds and who were the soil and the planters. So after Busy reads the next 13 verses, then it'll explain more. But yeah, anybody else have anything to say? Okay, Busy is going to read the next 14 verses. The farmer sows the word. Some people are like like seeds among the path where the word is sown. As soon as they hear it, Satan comes and takes away the word that was sown in them. Others, like seeds sown on rocky places, hear the word and at once receive it with joy, but since they have no root, they last only a short time. When trouble or persecution comes because of the word, they quickly fall away. Still others, like seeds sown among thorns, hear the word, but the worries of this life, the deceitfulness and wealth of wealth and the desires of other things come and choke the word, making it unfruitful. Others, like seeds sown on good soil, hear the word accepts it and accept it and produce a crop, some 30, some 60, some 100 times what was sown. He said to them, "Do you bring a lamp in to put it under a bowl or a bed? Instead, don't you put it on its stand? For whatever is hidden, it is meant to be disclosed, and whatever is concealed is meant to be brought out into the open. If anyone has ears to hear, let them hear. Consider carefully what you hear." He continued with the measure you used, it will be measured to you, and even more. Whoever has it will be given more. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. Even what they have will be taken. He also said, this is what the kingdom of Elohim is like. A man scatters seeds on the ground night and day, whether he sleeps or gets up. The seed sprouts and grows, though he does not know how. Is that it? Yeah. So, Busy, what did you get from these verses? It's how what's it called? It's how how he said if the man does have something, he'll be given more. But if there's somebody that doesn't have anything, even what they do have, it will be taken from them. Okay. So what I got from these verses is, like I said, it explains a little more. The verse that I want to read right now is verse 14. It says, the seed means the message from Elohim. The farmer is like a person who teaches people about that message. And then it says, some seeds fell on the path. The path is like some people who listen to the message, but then Satan comes quickly to them, and he takes the message away from their minds. So this is explaining the seeds. The seeds is the message that the people are getting. So we're basically the soil, and we're getting the message from the farmer, which is the teacher. And the people who fell on the path, I don't think it says what path, but the plants that didn't survive was the seeds that they were growing, but when Satan came, he took the message away and he made them doubt. So that's something I wanted to point out. And also, I like this verse 21. It says, then Yahushua said to his disciples, nobody brings a lamp into a house and puts it under a jar or under a bed. You do not do that. You put it in a high place. So I think this is talking about shining your light. Like when you have something to share with the people, you don't just hide it and don't teach them about it. You have to put it high where everybody can see. So yeah. You have anything, Kai? Alright, Kai's gonna read the rest. What's the verses? Wait, it's paused to sharing.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
There we go.
All by itself, the spoil produces grain. First the stalk, then the head, then the full kernel in the head. As soon as the grain is ripe, he puts the sickle into it, because the harvest has come. Again he said, what shall we say the kingdom of heaven is like? Or what parable shall we use to describe it? It is like a mustard seed, which is the smallest of all the seeds on the earth. Yet when it is planted, it grows and becomes the largest of all the garden plants, oh my goodness, with such big branches that the birds perch in its shade. With many similar parables, Yahushua spoke the word to them, as much as they could understand. He did not say anything to them without using a parable, but when he was alone with his own disciples, he explained everything. That day, when the evening came, he said to his disciples, "Let us go to the other side." Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along just as he was in the boat, and there were also other boats with him. A furious squall came up, and waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Yahushua was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion, and the disciples woke him up and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." So something interesting. Let me see. The parable. Wait. Oh, wait. Wrong verse. 1 second. Find it. Verse 30 to 34. The parable of the mustard seed. When he's comparing the word the the kingdom of Elohim to a mustard seed. So basically, the mustard seed represents like when you plant a seed or an idea. So the mustard seed represents when a seed or an idea is planted into somebody's mind. Like when you share what you believe or share Yah's word with somebody, then it may like look. So the mustard seed in verse 30 to 34, the mustard seed represents when you when you share Yah's word or Yah to somebody, it plants a seed or an idea into their mind. And it's comparing a mustard seed to it because even though it may look small, like you don't even have to like say anything most of the time. You could just let your actions show what you believe and it'll plant the idea in their mind. So it looks small, like a mustard seed, but when it's planted, it grows and becomes the largest of all the garden plants, which is which is showing like even though when you plant a small idea into somebody's mind, then it will grow and it'll keep like coming back to them. Like even when they're going through their day to day, they'll remember. They'll be like, oh yeah, this person he or she said this about yeah, maybe I should investigate." So yeah, that's just what stuck out to me with this. Anybody else?
Oh.
All right.
3 days later.
All right, and now it's time for Creation Nugget by me. And I'm in a different place right now, so sorry. Now, this Creation Nugget is going to be a little bit different because it's not going to be talking about animals. So, in Mark that we read, chapter 4, it talks about how the kingdom of Elohim is like a seed and compares it to a seed and a mustard seed, which is like a seed is meaning an idea in this chapter. And I remembered a fact about seeds is that seeds can lie dormant for a few years to over 1,000 years, which is pretty cool because of their shell and all that stuff. But just like how seeds can lie dormant for a long time, when you plant an idea into somebody's mind, then it could not like take effect for a long time unless the conditions are right. So just like a seed needs the right conditions to start growing, if you plant a seed in somebody's mind or an idea, then their mind needs to have the right conditions, like their mind needs to be right, and then it will start growing and you'll start seeing an effect. So, yep, that's what I want to share.